Welcome back to another session of Demo Mondays. Demo Mondays is a video series presented on Mondays where I invite Amazon sellers, software developers, and creators to show their products just like this on the screen. And today my guest is Trendle Analytics. And Trendle Analytics is presented by the founder, Tanguy Rohou. Hello, Tanguy.
Hi, Augustus. Hi, everyone.
So let's get to know Trendle. What is it and what problem does it solve for Amazon sellers?
Yeah, sure. So Trendle Analytics is, first of all, born from my own experience of having been a seller on Amazon for over 6 years and selling internationally. The main focus of it is to focus on the product lifecycle. So I'm really focused on how do you manage your products once you've found the product you want to sell. So all the way from the first listing and managing your product to get the first sales, all the way to even exiting and ending your product. So it comes from my experience of the bigger pain points where I spend most of my time as a seller is managing the life cycle of the product and everything that goes around that for my business.
And what kind of Amazon sellers are you targeting? Beginners or advanced as well?
Yeah, so beginners and advanced sellers. I more look at how detailed do sellers want to get into. So even if you're a beginner seller, you might want to be very detailed in how you launch your product and how you're going to manage your product. So I have features for those people who want to be really into the details of their product management. And you can go as deep as you want. Or if you just I want something a bit more easy to use, just automatic. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I want to click just a few buttons and get a few alerts and be a bit more, not so much in the details, then you can also use that.
And what marketplaces are you covering with your software?
All marketplaces where Amazon FBA exists. So this is North America with the USA, Canada, and Mexico. It's Europe with UK, Germany, France, Spain, Italy. It's also India, and it's also Japan and recently Australia. So it's, I think, 11 in total.
Oh, Australia is in your list, so it's very rare. So
of
far,
course.
not many tools are using that. And is it necessary to connect a seller account with your software?
Yes, I mean, I think there's one feature you can use without connecting your Seller Central account. And of course, you can use the tool for that. We've got a few people doing that, that's fine. But clearly, if you want to use it to its full power, you have to connect your Seller Central data with Trendle Analytics so that we can obviously give you more power to your business.
Thanks for the introduction. So let's go inside the Trendle Analytics software and let's learn how it works.
Great. So I'll take you through step by step each of the different features that we currently have on Trendle Analytics, and that'll also afterwards, I think, give you a bit of a hint of what's coming up soon to the next features. I basically build what I think is what I need to run my business, and again, all focused on the life cycle of the product. So I'm not looking at how do I find the next multi-million dollar product. I'm more focused on, once I have a multi-million dollar product, how do I manage that product in its life cycle? So that means getting the first sales, understanding what it's selling well or what it's not selling well, managing my advertising, etc., being alerted for new reviews, sending emails to my customers to solicit feedback. All these kind of things is what really we focus on here in Trendle. My entire roadmap is based on what my users are telling me. So what they want to see or they want to be able to do within that vision. And this is basically what we build. So I have a big team and we build exactly what people want. So the more people ask for features, the more we will build. When you first log into your dashboard, after you've given us your access to your Seller Central data, we'll show you here a few key metrics. These get added on every few months. We add a few more metrics on here, so you can expect this to grow. But it's a very simple overview of what's happening in your business. And we focus on our first three core features which we developed. The first one's the FBA reimbursements, and I'll talk about that a bit more later. but this is basically money that Amazon owes you as an Amazon seller. For example, when a product is lost in the Amazon fulfillment center, or when a customer is issued a refund but has not returned the product. Now, these are cases where Amazon should reimburse you, but they don't always. So what we do here is we track every single inventory movement, every single transaction for the last 18 months and on an ongoing basis, so that we can tell you exactly how much you are owed. And then if you want, our team will even go to Amazon and claim the money back for you. So this is a service we offer. You can also see your automatic email campaigns. This is the emails you can set up to send to your customers following a purchase, so that you can ask them for feedback, or maybe send them some more information regarding the product, like a PDF manual with instructions, for example. And here you can see the new reviews you may have received. So if it's seller feedback or product reviews, and this is a bit like an inbox. So on top of receiving an email alert, if you want to, you can also log in here on your dashboard, and you can see, okay, today I have 185 seller feedback and 373 product reviews, which I need to look at to see if maybe there's some 1-star reviews in there, which I need to deal with. If it's just 5-star reviews, I can just archive them. And here's just a little practical to-do list, which you can write down a few things that you want to do today or in the next few days, so you don't forget. So it's all here in your on your dashboard. So I'll take you to the first feature which we have here, which is keyword ranking. Keyword ranking, I think, is known by lots of people. Is also lots of our softwares offering this. The basic idea behind this is people think that best sellers rank is what's important for your product. But the best sales rank is quite relevant, to be honest, because shoppers on Amazon will search by a keyword, by a search term, not by a category. So what's really important is to know, where does your product rank for certain search terms. So if a customer types in bottle of water and you sell bottles of water, where do you rank? Are you on the first page? Are you on page 20? Or are you on page 100? So here with keyword ranking, you can track as many products as you want, as many keywords as you want, and every day we'll give you an update as to where your product ranks for each of those keywords. So if I give you an example here, for this particular product, I can go in and see for any number of keywords which I'm tracking, the rank. So here, for example, it's rank number 4. It's not moved in the last 24 hours, and it's still on page 1. And then if I click on here, I can see a graph which will show me the evolution over time. So this is a very simple tool, but it's very, very powerful to understand, especially when you launch a new product, to understand where do you rank. If you rank on page 20, then it can explain why you're not getting so many sales. But it could also be quite helpful for your advertising campaigns if you realize there's a search term which is really important, and you may want to target that search term aggressively on your advertising PPC campaigns. You should expect to then see an impact on this sales rank, on this keyword rank, as well. So that's why it's very useful to follow the keyword ranking for each of your products. Then the next feature, which is more of a service which we offer, which I mentioned earlier, is the FBA reimbursements. This is, as I said, it's a service. So I always say this quite clearly. This is an optional feature, and it's built on top of the monthly subscription that we charge. Why do we charge an extra fee? Because we handle this for you as a managed service. So there's a lot of solutions out there where you can find out if Amazon owes you money, and you can go to Amazon and argue with Seller Central, Seller Support, and ask them to get your money back and all of this. But what we found is actually it's quite time consuming to do that, because Amazon will not always be very agreeable to this. So we offer this as a complete followed managed service. So we'll go into your account with limited permissions, and we'll just file cases with Amazon on an ongoing basis. So we're constantly having your back, basically. So once you join up, you'll probably have a lot of cases. So we'll handle all of that. And then afterwards, on an ongoing basis, as soon as there's a new claim that we can raise with Amazon, we'll just do it straight away. So you never have to worry about any of this anymore, because we'll always be filing as soon as there's a possible claim. We'll only charge you if we win the claim, if we are correct with the claim, and it'll be a 10% fee. So this is a very, very, very useful feature for lots of our users. It's actually one of our most popular features, simply because it takes all the hassle and the time that it takes for many, many people to chase up Amazon, to manage all the different reports that you have to manage. So this is very liked features for all our users. If I go into the reviews, here I have the confusingly named seller reviews. It's actually your seller feedback. So we're changing that name. But in here, you basically every day will get an update in terms of what is the latest 1 to 3 star seller feedback that you've received. This is very useful because clearly you can react on it very quickly. It's particularly useful for people who sell in multiple markets, because otherwise, at the moment, the only option is to go to Seller Central and look in Marketplace 1, Marketplace 2, Marketplace 3, and go one by one to see if anything is new. Here, we'll just put all of it together. And you can see here, I've got some from the US, some from the UK, some from Germany, France, and it's all put together in one place. So it's very, very easy to look out for what's going on. And you can choose to either see by SKU or by ASIN or by product name, so that depending on what you prefer, you can see that. And you can see obviously the rating of that review, who has left that review, and the order number. If you click on the order number, that will link you out straight to your Seller Central, to that order, so you can see more details of this order, and also then contact the buyer and ask them why they were unhappy and trying to resolve their problem. We try to treat this as an inbox service, a bit like your emails. So once you basically resolve the issue, or you cannot resolve it, you can just simply archive the review or the feedback. This will move it to the archive table. So you can then just keep this as your clean inbox of things to work on. And your goal is basically like your email inbox, to have it clean, to have it at 0. You can simply tick up on here to receive a daily email alert. So any new review, you'll be emailed once a day telling you which new reviews you've received, so that you can come in and take action on it before it starts impacting your sales. And then if you go to the product reviews, it's exactly the same process, except that with product reviews, we will show you all the reviews, so 5-star reviews as well as 1-star reviews. And again, for all the marketplace you're selling in, again, you can choose to view the SKU of the ASIN or the product name. So it's depending on what you prefer to read. If you click on the SKU here, for example, this will take you to the review page of that product on Amazon. So you could also see maybe a bit more context around that review to see if maybe there are many other negative reviews or many other positive reviews. You can also click here on link to review. This will take you specifically to that specific review. So you can just, in one click, go to that review and leave a comment. For example, if you're trying to reach out to the reviewer to say, we've been trying to get a hold of you to resolve your problem, then you can do that very, very quickly, very efficiently. We'll be enhancing that soon so that you won't even have to leave Trendle Analytics. You could just do it straight from the application, sort of add a comment and then kind of send it, and then we'll post it on your behalf on Amazon. Now, a question we get often is, can we know who the reviewer is? Now, unfortunately, since a few months ago, I think about a year ago now, Amazon has removed a technical trick that used to exist to enable us to know who the reviewer really is. So you could then track back to your orders. Now, there's no way at the moment of tracking this anymore. So the best thing that we can offer you as advice is to look at the reviewer name and the purchase date for the product and try and figure out who it could be. So in this example, a DW is going to be very hard to track down, but maybe this one, the second name here, might be easier to track down because they might have used a real name when leaving a review. We are going to bring in a feature which is going to help you in that selection process, where we will do a lot of research based on the reviewer name and the date and the product boards and even what is said in the review, so that we can try and help you with certain percentage of confidence who the reviewer probably is. But as I said, there's no surefire way of finding out that because Amazon removed the trick that used to exist. Okay, So another really important thing in your life cycle when you're managing your products is obviously, so the time saving you get from the product reviews and seller reviews would be enormous. You will save many, many hours of clicking through each Amazon web page to figure out if you have new reviews. This is a huge time saver. It's not something you should spend your time on when you're managing your products. FBA reimbursements is also a big time saver. You should not be spending time when you're managing your products in chasing after your suppliers and chasing after your partners. So this is really keeping Amazon honest, and we'll do that for you, which saves you a tremendous amount of time and also money. So you get real hard cash back for this. And with the keyword ranking, again, the product management here really helps you understanding where do you rank. It will help you explain why you are selling more or selling less on a day-to-day basis. But another key feature when you're doing your product management is contacting customers. Creating a relationship with your customers is extremely important. And this is why there are many features out there, many solutions out there offering this service of automatic emails. And the basic idea behind the automatic emails is to enable you to, with a few criteria, and I'm just showing you here how to create a new campaign, you can just target your customers and ask them either for review or maybe send them a helpful PDF to how to use the product that you're selling them. This is actually the two main scenarios people are using this feature for, and it's a very, very popular feature on Trendle at the moment. You can filter by marketplace, so you can send. You can see here you can send to all the marketplaces available. Clearly, it will only send to your customers in those marketplaces. So if you just want to send to customers in Canada, for example, or maybe in Australia, because English-speaking countries, then you can select that here. You can choose when to send the message to the customer, so as soon as possible, or maybe with a few days delay. And what should be the event? So do you want to send the message to customers 3 days after the product has been shipped, or has been delivered, or even refunded? So that enables it to be a bit more targeted in your communication and what to say to them. So when it's been shipped, you can say, hooray, your product's on its way to you, and get the customer excited. And when it's been delivered, it's probably a better time point a few days after delivery to say, I hope you enjoy your new toy, your new product. If you're having a great time, please share with the world, kind of thing. You can choose, also this is a feature really asked by lots of users, which is how, I want to segment my products. So I might want to send a specific email depending on which product is bought. So we can offer that. So if you click on select products, this will load your entire product catalog, and you can choose which products to include. So you can just tick a few, or you can just tick all your products. And this will then filter the email. So the emails will only be sent to a customer who has bought this product, and it will only be sent 3 days after delivery in this example. Now you can get even more segmented by looking at, is this a new customer or is this a repeat customer? Now, why would you want to do that? Well, a lot of people believe that a repeat customer is a happy customer. So if you're looking for reviews, you might as well target only repeat customers, because they're more likely to leave you a review because they've bought several times from you. New customers might be a little bit more hits and miss. It might be unhappy, they might be happy. So you can choose that if you want to, or you can just leave it to just email all customers. You can be even more precise. If you are doing both FBM and FBA, you can even split your campaigns. So you might just want to send a specific email if it's an FBM order. Maybe you might include additional information regarding delivery or additional information related to that to inform your customer. So there's really a lot of things you can do here just in segmenting your target audience. And back to the question you asked me at the start, Augustus, you said, is this for beginners or advanced users? Well, it's completely up to you. If you want to be very advanced and very precise, then you can use all of this. If you don't want to spend too much time, targeting your customers, you can just leave it really broad and say all orders, all customers, and all products, for example. So you can make it very quickly, get your emails fired out. Then when you create your email and your subject and your body, you can use autofill tags. Now, these are quite, let's say, ways of personalizing your emails. You can either personalize it using a buyer name, a product name, a direct link to leaving a product reviews, an image of the product, and different sizes. You can put a whole load of information to make your email as personalized as you want it to be. We're continuously adding more and more of these tags. So if there's things you don't see on here which you want to have, just ping us an email or reach out to us in the chat, and we'll usually add that in, and you'll usually be live in 2 to 3 weeks. So this is growing very, very fast because people are asking for more and more in-depth, precise little tags they want to add to their emails. I mentioned it before, you can add an attachment. So if you have a PDF which explains how to use the product, which is something I would really, really recommend because it creates more customer engagement, may also reduce your return rates. You can here add an attachment to your emails. The only limitation to the attachment is 8 megabytes because Amazon does not allow more than 10 megabytes for emails. So we limit you to 8 megabytes to be sure your emails go through. And then a neat little feature down here is to send a test email. So you can send your email address or one of your colleague or friend, and then you can choose a sample order ID from your customers. So you can receive an email to your inbox or any inbox with some real data. So you can really see how this email will really look like to a customer. This is very, very powerful because if you just have a preview, you may not actually see it how people might really see it. If you can send a real email, you'll really see how it looks like in a customer, looking on Gmail, looking on Yahoo, looking on Outlook, whatever it might be, it might look different. So it's really important to test your emails with real data and with real mail clients. So once you're sending all your emails, you can also look at statistics. Now, this is quite useful if you want to figure out which email campaign is reaching out to most customers and being opened the most and clicked on the most. This at the moment is a very simple statistics view. So we're just showing you since the creation date, how many emails were delivered. And you can see it's 100% delivery rate, how many were opened and how many were clicked on. So you can see how you're doing that. And this is filtered down from campaign name down to the email. So within each campaign, you can send up to four different emails. So you can create your little sequence of emails if you want to. We're about to enhance this in a few weeks with 2 features. One being just able to filter your statistics so you can see how over time maybe your opening rate has evolved. But more importantly, we're about to launch an A/B split testing feature. This will enable you to optimize your campaigns and see, okay, if I put this title versus this title, which one has the biggest opening rate? Or if I put the link to product reviews or seller reviews at the top of the email or the bottom of the email, which one gets the most clicks? So this A/B split testing will be really powerful to optimize your email campaigns. Good. Another really important thing of the lifecycle management of your products on Amazon, which is talked about by everyone, is the biggest hype at the moment, is the advertising, the sponsored products, the PPC, whatever you call it. We have it here as well. So again, this comes from my experience from selling on Amazon for many, many years, and also from the users of the platform and their feedback and the features they want to see. And this can be a very detailed feature if you want it to be. You can go very, very, very deep into details, or you can take a more high-level view and not go as complicated into the features. So again, back to your point, I wish this, beginner or advanced, it's up to you of how comfortable you want to be. If you just want to have it more automated, more simple, you can do that. If you want to be very, very precise, very picky about reaching the exact ACoS for your different campaigns, then we can also cater for that in the tool. The first thing you'll see here on your ads performance is a view of the last 30 days. So you can see on the different cards up here, your performance in the last 30 days on revenue, ad spend, and many of these metrics. Little flip cards just enable you to see how it's evolved over time. And then down here is really the whole power of it. So instead of downloading Excel reports every day to see how your performance is evolving and trying to merge that with your Excel reports from the day before and the day before that, we'll just every day update the data for you. So you'll always see on here your latest sponsored products data. This is the first big main table, and here you can search for all your campaigns will be displayed here by impressions, the clicks, click-through rates, all the metrics you need. You can create some smart filters very, very quickly here. So say you can say I've got a lot of campaigns here with no data, probably because they've been paused recently or the budget is too low. So I might just want to see campaigns which have had at least one impression. You can just very simply click on the min and the max of the filter, and this will filter through the campaigns. And what you can see here is it immediately just shows me what's relevant for me, and you can do that for any number of criteria. So again, if you really want to drill down, you can really do that here. And then you could just go down to each campaign level. You can see your ad groups, and again, you can see all the metrics of this ad group, and you can go dig in. So this is quite of a manual way to do it, but it's also a very effective way. And then say you find some keywords or some search terms that you don't like, you can quite simply select a few, and here you might say, okay, these 3 keywords, you press negative exact or negative phrase, or I want to change that from a broad to an exact, or I want to pause, or I want to transfer those to a different campaign, or I just want to stop bidding on them. So you can really have a lot of actions you can take on each keyword. You can do it for as many as you want or as little as you want. So this is a very, very speedy way of optimizing your campaigns. We're also working obviously on a lot of automation. How do you make this process much, much quicker to save you even more time? And this is where you see here a start of that, which is what we call very simply bad search terms and good search terms. So we've developed, let's say, a more standardized formula of what in general are bad search terms or good search terms. And we specifically focus on search terms because ultimately search terms is what a customer searches for, and therefore is what will determine whether your campaign will be profitable or not. So we always focus on the search terms and not so much on the keywords, because the search terms is the most important thing. And what you can do here is you can already see that automatically we've identified here for this account a whole load of good search terms. These are search terms which should be promoted to keywords so that we can bid on them and control them, maybe bid higher or bid lower on these ones to increase our sales, as well as some bad search terms which we need to remove, list as negative, and avoid wasted spend on these ones. If you click on these, and this will basically filter out the table and just show you the campaigns and the ad groups which contain at least one of these search terms. We're about to optimize this to be even quicker. So if I show you on here, for example, this is what it will look like in a few days. Is you'll select here bad search terms, the good search terms, and you'll directly see the performance, and you'll be from here, you'll be able to, let's say in 1 click or 2 clicks, if it's a bad search term, list it as negative. So super, super quick. If you don't want to do too much work and not think about it too much, use our standard recommendation, and then off you go. You've optimized your campaigns. You come in once a week and you can just optimize it that way in just 2 clicks. This is really as simple as you can get to manage your sponsored products campaigns. But again, if you want to be much more sophisticated, you can go into our recommendations on here on the left, and you can just create any number of recommendations. So a recommendation is the first step towards automation, where you say, for a specific campaign, I want to set a rule which says, for example, if there are 100 impressions but no clicks, then the search term should be made negative. And what we will do is we will show you all the search terms which match that criteria. So then when you come again down to your recommendations table, the results, you can see exactly which search terms match this criteria. And again, in 2 clicks, you can list them as negative. So it's a very, very easy way, very simple way to optimize your campaigns. Now, I can go into much more detail around this, but this is really a very, very, very powerful tool, which a lot of people use a lot. And the next step to this, as I said, is automating it. So once you are happy with the rules you've created, you'll be able to just click a button which says automate, and then we will do those 2 clicks for you. So the system will automatically do the clicking to list as negative, for example. So very, very powerful feature. Another very powerful and very detailed feature we offer is what we call product costs. So here you can see your whole product catalog. You can see the sell price it is at, your estimated Amazon fees, This includes FBA fees if you're an FBA seller. You can enter your unit costs, so how much it costs you to buy the product and ship it to Amazon or to your own warehouse. This will calculate your default profit and your profit margin. And the real powerful thing here is if you are creating a campaign for this product, for example, and you say, okay, I want to retain at least 10% profit margin on the sale of this product, then means your ACoS should be of 58%. This is really helpful because what we will do, if I go back to the performance table, we will recommend to you a maximum bid that you can use. So this will be a maximum bid, and it'll come here in this column, max bid, where we look at your performance of your of that specific keyword, and we will tell you, based on the performance of that keyword, based on the profitability you want to achieve, we can tell you, okay, you can increase your bid to up to, let's say, $3, and you'll still be making a profit. Or if you're currently bidding too high and you're loss making, we'll tell you you should lower it to maybe 75 cents. And there at 75 cents, you'll be hitting your profitability targets. So again, this is a very powerful tool for people who want to be very precise and make sure they're being profitable. Because a lot of being talked about saying 25, 30% ACoS is the right ACoS. I think there's no right ACoS. If you sell a product here for $30, it's not the same as selling a product for $30 or $50 or $10. So your ACoS is going to fluctuate depending on each campaign that you have. So it's very important to be able to drill down, if you want to drill down, and be very, very precise. And it's also very helpful for people with many, many products, like myself, in many countries. I have over 100 live campaigns at any one time. I can't possibly remember which one has which target ACoS. So this just helps me calculate automatically what's the maximum bid price to remain at my profitability targets, and then I just adjust my bid price according to that. So I know what my ceiling is. Then a few other things you can do. Campaign Manager, I'll just touch briefly on that. Basically, that enables you to create campaigns or to edit current campaigns, or to change the budgets, to change the status from paused to enabled. So more the basic campaign management stuff. So you don't have to go to Seller Central for any of this. You can do it all from here. A neat little feature we just developed, and we'll improve that in the coming weeks, is suggested keywords. So I'd always encourage people not to do automatic campaigns because it's just a waste of money most of the time. But if you're stumped and you can't find any more keywords and you want some inspirations, you can just go to a little tool here. You just choose the country in which you want to advertise. So what this will do is it will show you the products you have selling in that market, and you can choose any of the products there. So I'll take this first one, for example, from my catalog, and here within a few seconds, at one click, it'll show me, okay, it's just 16 recommendations, but it's still 16 keywords I could add into my campaigns if I've not already added them in. So again, it's a very simple tool, a very simple thing to help you much quicker in making sure you're adding all the right keywords to your campaign. We'll enhance this so you're not just seeing 16 keywords, but hopefully more like 50 or 100 keywords, so you can be really, really sure you've got all the right items in your sponsored product campaigns. So very, very, again, another huge time-saving feature. You don't need to go to 5 or 6 different tools or search engines or whatever. You can just go to here and you get already a strong selection. A good other feature is duplicates. Now, what do we mean by duplicates? Duplicates is really, it's, for example, you can have duplicate keywords or search terms. So that means that you might have the same keyword in multiple campaigns. Now, this is quite inefficient because you'll be effectively spending money on the same keyword. So what you want to do is you want to check, where is this keyword or where is this search term most effective? In which campaign does it drive me the best revenue at the best margins? Because it will never perform, or very hardly ever perform, the same in different campaigns. So the best thing you can do is to remove the same keyword appearing in multiple campaigns, especially for the same product, and focus your budget on the one keyword performing the best in that one campaign. So we simply here show you the list of keywords, again by country, if you're selling multiple countries. You could just click on the keyword, and then it'll show you at the ad group level where it appears and the performance. This is demo data, so there's nothing on here, but here you would see, for example, it's appearing in 3 different ad groups in the same campaign. So clearly here, it's been a strategy set to put the same keyword in all that groups to see if it performs better as an exact or phrase or broad match. And here you'll be able to see, okay, well, clearly it performs better in maybe in phrase. So you might have been negative exact it in the exact and the broad ad group, so that you really just focus your spending on that keyword in that one, because you know this is where it drives you the most profitability. Search term will be the same. So you're looking at where do you get the search terms appearing and whether they perform the best. I mean, usually I would say if search term is profitable, move it as a keyword. But sometimes it's still good to see if the same search term appears for different products, because that enables you to very quickly see, well, if it's performed badly on this product, but it's also appearing on other products, and I know it's also not relevant, or I can also assume it will be a bad performer, you can immediately avoid spending money before you start spending it. So it's very, again, a little bit more detailed feature, but a very useful one to save a lot of money, a lot of budget. And finally, a little one to make sure you remember what you've done in the past is a change history, where you can just see which bid changes you've made, which keywords you've changed, so from which campaigns to which campaign, ad group, match type changes, and same for the search term changes. And we'll tell you if you've made a change in Search Essential or if you've made it through Trendle. This is the very first version of this feature. We're going to be adding a lot more into this, including graphs and visuals, so it's much easier to look at. Right now it's too much tables and Excel-like, but we're going to be enhancing that with more nicer graphs to enable you to really see what's happened over time to my campaign, and can that be explained by maybe a change in bids or changes in keyword in that campaign, because that will help you to understand the context behind the performance of your campaign. But also, if you realized maybe suddenly the performance has gone down because maybe you've changed a bid, you'll be able to track back and you'll be able to strongly assume, I think changing bid on those keywords or maybe the budget is what's impacted performance, and you'll be able to very simply click here on the column we'll add, which is revert change. So in one click, you're able to roll back and go back to where you were at before, which hopefully will restore the performance you had before. So it enables you to very easily see what you changed and come back on that. You can't really do that on Search Essential. So this is, again, a very powerful feature which we offer.
So what do you click to roll back?
It's not shown yet. This is a feature we're just working on right now. Yeah.
Okay.
But again, another time-saving, neat little feature to save you. Any click we can save you is a second you can use on something else. This is the way we're trying to approach this. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for what we have right now. As you can see, there's some high-level features if you want to keep it simple, or very detailed if you want to go very detailed. And we're still developing lots and lots of new features. So every 2 to 3 weeks, you can expect lots of new features. And again, as I said at the start, you tell us what you want and we'll build it. That's basically the motto that we have. So yeah, that's it. Back to you, Augustus.
Thank you, Tanguy. So a lot of features. It will become a powerful all-in-one tool. Can you go over the pricing? What options are available?
Yeah. So the pricing is extremely simple. And it's really that is $50 a month for all the features you've seen. I even have a special crazy offer if you're a completely new seller and just starting out. And I know that when you're starting out, you don't have much budget and you don't want to spend it on many tools. So we have a $10 a month offer, and you'll pay $10 a month for as long as you've shipped less than 1,000 orders. So the day you ship your 1,001 order, then you'll be automatically moved to the $50 a month plan. But all the features I've shown to you and many of the upcoming features will be just $50 a month. The only exception to that is the service, which I mentioned earlier, the FBA reimbursements, because this is an optional feature and it's more of a service that we offer. For this, we would charge a 10% fee of the amounts we recover for you on your behalf. And this is really just to cover the staff cost of my team who goes in every day and fights the good fight for you on your behalf with Amazon. There will be maybe a few other price changes in the future, but at the moment, it's $50 a month for everything I've just shown you.
Great. Thank you. A lot of features. And are you planning to add anything else to your software?
Oh yes, we have a we have a lot planned. Not only improving the current features that you've seen, and I mentioned quite a few things already, but also really where Trendle is going to be very, very powerful in the near future is we're going to bring together all of this data we've shown you. So the keyword ranking, the PPC, sponsored products, whatever you want to call it, your review alerts, your automatic emails. We're going to bring all of this together, including some inventory and sales analytics. So how well are you selling? How profitable are you? We'll bring all of us together. So on one view, you'll be able to see how is each product working. So help you explain why is performance the way it is. Why are you selling more this week than last week? And at the moment, you have to do it by looking at different reports, maybe different tools, different things, thinking in your head, okay, could it be that? Could it be that? I changed this last week, or what did I change there? We'll bring all of it to you in a very simple view, and you'll be able to really see this one product, the sales went up because I did more PPC, I increased the budget on that day, and I can clearly see it's gone up. Or you can also see directly the impact on your keyword ranking for that product. Is especially powerful, and I find it especially powerful for myself as an international seller, is if you sell one product in multiple markets, then you would expect it to work, to sell reasonably the same in all the markets. Clearly, depending on market size, there'll be certain proportion elements. So the US you expect to sell more than in the UK because of the size of the market, but you would expect a certain ratio to be applied. And at the moment, there's no way of really doing that for one specific product. So what we will help you international sellers is for this one product which you sell in multiple marketplaces, how does the PPC campaign performance differ across different marketplaces? How does that impact your profitability, on your sales volume, etc.? So you can really gain your synergies of selling this one product internationally. So these are some really, really cool features, some really advanced things that I've not seen anywhere else for the moment. But we're working on very hard, so you can really take control of your international business. I fundamentally believe that all sellers, even sellers just begin selling on Amazon, will need to become international sellers if they really want to become serious and make real big money, because the big money is in selling few products in many markets. That's my belief. And at the moment, I was personally lacking the tools to help me manage the international business, so which is why I'm developing Trendle, and which is why I'm putting in a lot of effort in making Trendle a really powerful tool for all sellers, but a bit more specifically international FBA sellers.
Great. And can you tell us how support works? What's the best way to get in touch for the users, existing ones and potential ones?
Yeah, I mean, we've got the classic email and contact us form on the website, but probably the best way to do it is to get hold of us on the chat. So we've got a little chat icon on the bottom right of the screen. Just send us a message through there, and we'll get back to you on the same day or the day after, depending on your time zone, with any answers to your questions or any help that you might need.
And the final question: do you have any offers for Demo Mondays viewers?
Yes, I do. So we offer by default for everyone, you get a 30-day free trial. So this is open to everyone. But a special offer for Demo Mondays viewers, you can get an extra month for free. So we'll give you in total 2 months free trial of the application. So if you use the code, which will be shared to you on the page, you can then use that code to get an extra month for free. You just enter it once you've registered, you go into your settings, and you can enter the coupon code there.
All right. Thanks a lot, Tanguy, and good luck in your business. Bye-bye.
Great. Thanks, Augustus. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.